every day, one by one, I'm gonna try every recipe of Laura, starting from the very beginning. Come, join me on my challenge. Let's go! Hi everyone! My name is Ruta, and for the last days, I've been cooking a lot. And I've been trying actually a new recipe of Laura every single day. And as I've reached a 30 recipes mark, which just, let's take a second to kind of pat me on the back for that, I figured it's kind of the perfect time to stop and look back for a second. I want to share with you the recipes which stood out to me, or others whom I recommended them, or even you guys, and kind of give you like an idea of where to start maybe, because I remember when I first found Laura's channel, I was overwhelmed with how many recipes she had. And well, if you're anything like me and need some suggestion or inspiration, this is the video for you. The funny thing though is that once I finished the first draft of this best of the best, I kind of started laughing because I had almost every single recipe I've tried in it. So even if you randomly choose some recipe of Laura, chances are you won't be disappointed. But, well, we want to make things a little bit more interesting and fun here, so let's go over the recipes which had to be mentioned. I had two recipes for this category, but one of them won by far, and it's sweet corn cake. I've never even thought that you could make a cake from corn, let alone a sweet one. And I remember when I was trying it, I had no idea what to expect, because I've never ever tried anything like this before in my life. But as soon as I tried it, I immediately knew that once I go to Lithuania to visit my family, I'm gonna definitely make this one for my mom, because she's obsessed with corn, and I'm pretty sure that this cake will easily make to the top of her favorite corn meals. The second recipe I've considered for the biggest discovery category was the chai tea spiced pound cake. As chai tea taste is quite new to me, and I immediately fell in love with it. But again, the absolute winner for this category is the corn cake, because it's just something entirely different. So if you like corn and you've never tried a corn cake before, you just must make this recipe, because, well, you'll love it. Without a doubt, roasted peppers. I was so scared when I was trying them for the first time, because what do? You put a red bell pepper on a direct flame, and it keeps making these noises while roasting. So yeah, that was kind of nerve-wracking for me in the beginning, but as soon as I got used to those noises and calmed down a bit, it became a really fun and entertaining activity. And actually the next time I made it, it was so fun, because my husband was at home and he kept looking at me with this suspicious eye. I could even imagine him thinking, what's this woman doing there? She's gonna burn down the house. It was really fun for me. So if you like peppers, red bell peppers or whatever, or roasted veggies in general, you have to try this recipe, because the taste of it, it's more than you can hope for. So I had two recipes for this category as well, but one of them is just a tiny bit more of a winner in my eyes than the other one, and it's creme brulee. It's so easy to make it, so unbelievably easy, but yet in the end you get this perfect dessert which if you saw it for the first time in front of you, you would totally, without a doubt, think that someone just went and bought it from a pastry shop, because it's just so hard to believe that you could make such a perfect dessert at home. And I know I said perfect like 100 times, but it's just true. Granted, if I had a kitchen blowtorch, it would have been even quicker and easier, but even if you don't have one, you still have to try this recipe, because I did it and still don't have a kitchen blowtorch, and yet here I am nominating this recipe as the fanciest one. And by the way, I am a huge creme brulee lover, and I can honestly say that this recipe, well, this creme brulee is so much tastier than most of the ones I've tried in restaurants. So if you're planning to treat yourself with some fancy schmancy dessert, you should definitely try this one. I promise, I can honestly promise, you won't be disappointed. The other recipe I've considered for this category was the Braciole, which is an elaborate meat dish with stuffing which you roll and then you tie with kitchen twine. But in the end, I've decided that the simplicity of making creme brulee and then the amazing result you get in the end just had to be the winner, had to. Here I had a tie between Caprese salad and Nutella and strawberry filled crepes. And in the end, I actually decided that the salad has to win, because if it is in a tie with some chocolatey dessert-like dish, it must be a pretty dang amazing salad, right? And it is. It's amazing how these simplest ingredients can create something so beautiful. And it's super tasty too, so if you're up for a salad, go ahead and give this one a try. It will easily end up in your favorite salads list. Oh, this one is an easy one, except for its name. Chocolate cake with peanut butter filling and chocolate ganache. That's a mouthful. When my friends saw this cake, everyone was like, whoa! It looks super elaborate, like you've put so much time and effort into making it, when the fact is, it's so unbelievably easy to make it, and I cannot even begin to describe how fluffy and moist, or how my husband calls it, wet, the cake is, and how divine the peanut butter filling is. It's even tasty to remember it. And I swear, when my husband saw this cake, I felt like he fell in love with me all over again. No joke. Go try this recipe and let me know, did your husband or boyfriend or wife, girlfriend acted the same way? I had to include these ones in my video because I've fell in love with them since the first try, and I had luck to try even 3 different variations of it, and I'm talking bruschetta. And actually one of my friends mentioned that you're supposed to pronounce them, I believe, bruschetta, but I don't know. Laura says bruschetta, so I'm kind of torn, but well, anyways, I've tried the tomato and basil one, the roasted peppers one, and the creamy shrimp one. Talk fancy, right? If you didn't know, I loved them so much that I even went and got myself a grill pan so that I could make them properly. I used, of course, grill pan for other food as well, but that was my main reason, I won't lie. So if you haven't tried the bruschettas yet, go and make them, because there's just not enough good words to describe how amazing they are. Love, love, love them. Yep, that's right. You know that something is beyond good when you kinda don't want to share it. And Oreo ice cream cake was that something for me, which is really surprising because I wouldn't eat any of the ingredients alone, but together they made something magical. And even me, who doesn't really have that big of a sweet tooth, couldn't resist. And little by little, I finished the whole thing. And I even didn't need to share it because I did it secretly by myself. Oh, that's so shameful. I did my best, but I just couldn't narrow it down to one recipe in this category. So the first one I must mention is linguine with spicy shrimp. If you like shrimp, if you like a bit spicy food, and if you like pasta, this dish is heavenly. Actually, it's the other one which I didn't really want to share that much, and in all seriousness, I asked my husband if he really likes it as much as I do, because if not, I was to cook him something else so that more would be left for me. I know, terrible, but it's true, and it says a lot about the dish. The other one I want to mention is a chicken dish, and I had the hardest time picking between chicken milanese, chicken cacciatore, and chicken parmesan, and the only thing that helped me was the idea of which one I would choose if I could have it like right now, right this second in front of me. And the answer came instantly: chicken parmesan. Oh, it's the perfection of a chicken dish. First of all, it's so fancy looking, and then it's so flavorful, so crunchy and juicy at the same time that it makes my mouth water just thinking of it. And I would definitely recommend it to anyone who likes chicken, who has a little bit of time on their hands, and who wants to try something super tasty. But honestly, any of these chicken recipes would make a perfect dinner or lunch. It's just that chicken milanese and chicken parmesan require a little bit of getting your hands dirty with the dredging, while chicken cacciatore is cleaner and relatively faster. But thinking of all of these is definitely making me hungry. This is the last category, and I thought to include it because talk a good talk, but if you're actually making something more than once, that should be an indication of some sort, right? So here it goes. Chicken cacciatore. And I know I spoke of it like a second ago, but I just have to mention it again because not only that I made it like 3-4 times, I believe, I recommended it to some of my family and friends when they were asking for some simple and easy and really yummy main dish. And I even heard from one of you guys that you were planning to make it, but I never heard back. Did you make it? Did you like it? So here you have it. This one is one of the true winners, and you just make it and you'll see why. So much tenderness, juiciness and flavor that you'll just want to make it again and again and again. The next one is spinach salad with lemon vinaigrette. And this is actually my husband's favorite salad so far. And oh, I just realized I've been asked a couple of times the recipe of the salad, so this also says a lot, doesn't it? So if you like lemony salads, give this one a try and you'll have a winner there. It's actually the main reason why my husband likes it so much. He's obsessed with anything lemony, so trust me when I tell you, if I'm not quick enough, he'll eat the whole thing I make for both of us by himself. So if you like lemony salads as well, give this one a try and I'm pretty sure you'll have a new favorite. My favorite salad slash side dish was the potato and green bean salad, which I made a couple of times and each time it turns out perfect. And I love that you leave the potato peel on, I love the crunchy green beans, I love the wonderful sauce that goes along with it. The combination is just cannot stop. Have to have this tiny little bit more. Amazing. I've also made roasted peppers a couple of times and I've mentioned them as the most fun and interesting recipe to cook. So now you also know that it's really yummy. You definitely need to give this one a try. And the funny thing about this recipe is that since the moment I told my mom about it, every time we talk, she says, of course, that she's waiting for me to come and visit her, but she adds every single time, you'll have to make me those. And while we kind of laugh it off as a joke, I know that I will really have to make them. Okay, and the last recipe, which I think I've made it the most out of all the recipes, is Nutella and strawberry filled crepes. First of all, the crepes themselves are amazing. The ingredients are so well balanced that they turn out perfect every single time. Well, I'm not talking about the cook's skill to make them thin and nicely round, but taste-wise, perfect. And it's so good, they're not too sweet, so you can use them with savory dishes as well. And I actually made them once with a minced meat filling, and they were super yummy. As for the original take on the recipe, I recreated it, I would say 3 times, and I keep doing that every single time I have fresh strawberries on hand. Even if I'm not making the crepes, let's say it's simple pancakes, I then top it with fresh strawberries, drizzle some Nutella, and it totally became a favorite in my family. Because this recipe is, well, besides super yummy, it's a very, very impressive one. It's again one of those recipes where you think that someone just went and bought it ready from somewhere. So I remember I ate something similar to this one on holiday, but that one was far from this one. It's on some other goodness level. So you definitely need to give this one a try, especially if you like Nutella, because man, oh man, you're missing out. And here it is, guys, my list of best of the best. I really hope that this was helpful. Give it a thumbs up if it was. And if you have any suggestions on the categories, I would love to hear them. I will try to incorporate them in my future videos like this one. So do leave them in the comments in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe not to miss any new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!